Andy. And my call sign's Mike 0 Delta X-Ray Echo. For the duration of the net, I will be using the DVScotland group call sign Golf Mike 5 Delta Victor Sierra. A big thank you to Gordon, M3XGP, for looking after things last week. That's me back now though, and we're looking for check-ins anywhere. So we're live across multiple networks this evening: Freestar, Phoenix, and many more. So without any further to do, we'll throw it out there and see who's going to check in first from around the world. This is Golf Mike 5 Delta Victor Sierra. GM5 DVS looking for check-ins. Go ahead, please. Say your call sign twice and phonetically, please.
Victor Echo 6, Delta Charlie Victor. Victor Echo 6, Delta Charlie Victor. That's Dave in Calgary, Alberta.
Mike 7, Lima Charlie Bravo, M7 LCB.
Mike 0, Uniform Kilo Bravo. Mike 0, Uniform Kilo Bravo. Bruce in Northumberland.
Okay, we've got 3 stations here this evening, and very good evening, gentlemen. Nice to hear everyone on. Victor Echo 6, Delta Charlie Victor. Mike 7, Lima Charlie Bravo. And Mike 0, Uniform Kilo Bravo. Okay, so we'll put it over to you first, Dave. And I wonder how things are in Calgary this evening or the afternoon with you. I'm not quite sure how the times work. But it's been not that nice day here today, Dave, but it's brightened up tonight and the sun's been shining and it's quite warm outside, so that's a big improvement to what it was earlier when it was blasting down with rain. Victor Echo 6, Delta Charlie Victor, GM5 DVS. Go to you, Dave.
GM5 DVS control, Victor Echo 6, Delta Charlie Victor returning. Well, not a very nice day here in Calgary either. Kind of been gloomy and overcast. Of course, it is 12:30ish or so in the afternoon. I don't know, I'm not even looking at the time. But anyways, it is afternoon. But nice day, not so much. Makes it hard to get up and do anything, let me tell you. The weather really affects me. I like sunny days, but it is coming. It's probably going to be, sun will be coming out around 8 o'clock this evening, our time. So, anyways, right now, just taking it easy, sitting back, playing radio. That's a good excuse. Helped out around the house with a few chores and what have you. And, that is about it. Back to net control.
Yeah, okay, Dave, fine. And I don't think any of us like the poor weather. It's about 10 degrees Celsius here just now, and it doesn't feel that cold actually because there's not any wind. It's usually the wind that causes the problem. So it's quite good that the sun's shining. It makes a huge difference. But so that's the story there, Dave. But I've been kind of a bit of an upheaval today. We've had the painters and decorators in here, so everything's kind of upside down a little bit. So we're looking forward to that work over and done with, and we'll get way back to normal again. I'll put it back to you one more time, Dave, see if you got anything else, and nice to hear you on as usual. Victor Echo 6, Delta Charlie Victor, GM5 DVS.
Yeah, well, not too much really to comment on that. Yeah, no. I know my wife Heather there is going to be experimenting with growing stuff like tomatoes and what have you this summer/spring. So I think that's what we'll be spending a lot of time once the weather permits outside on our little balcony area or porch area. So really, not too much more to commented on today. It's just been one of those days. Back to net.
Okay, Dave, fine, and good luck with the tomatoes and things like that. And nice to hear you on, and we'll hear you again next Monday. Okay, now Mike 7 Lima Charlie Bravo. Good evening to you. I think you've checked. I think it's Liam, isn't it? I think so, but I'm sure you'll correct me if I'm wrong. From GM5 DVS. Go ahead.
Golf Mike 5, Digital Voice Scotland. This is Mike 7, Lima Charlie Bravo. Yep, you got the name absolutely correct. My name is Liam in the city of Doncaster, Winala City. Hi. I think you said the name that way this evening is Andy, and it's very nice to hear you. I'm just currently sat out in the garden, chilling out with the radio and the mobile in case anyone needs to get in touch. A bit of a chilly 12 degrees Celsius here this evening, and slightly overcast. But very nice nevertheless, and no wind as you've just said yourself. So it makes it feel a bit warmer than it is. And yeah, it's nice to just chill out with radio there next to me and have a listen in. GMI DVS, this is Mike 7, Lima Charlie Bravo.
Mike 7, Lima Charlie Bravo, GM5 DVS. Yeah, fine, Liam, and okay, I'm sitting outside. Yeah, well, it's been a pretty miserable day here today. It was hammering down earlier on there, and sort of around about, I don't know, 4 o'clock, it started to kind of brighten up a little bit. And we've just been out for dinner, and it's really quite a nice night. So it makes all the difference. As Dave said, it makes everybody happier when the sun's out. That's for sure. So it's all good. Looking forward to having a decent summer, hopefully. And it's nice when you can get outside and enjoy some fresh air rather than having to sit inside because it's raining all the time. I'll put it back to one more time, Liam, see if you got anything else. And nice to hear you on. M7 LCB GM5 DVS.
GM5 DVS, M7LCB. Yeah, not much else to add. Getting tongue-tied here. Nothing much else to add, Andy, to be honest with you. However, we've just extended our holiday. We're booked to go to Devon at the end of July, and we were initially meant to be going for a week. But a nice little refund from a bank from some charges that they weren't meant to charge me has resulted in another week away. So not too bad at all. A nice surprise in the post this morning. Got that check cashed in, and got another week added onto the holiday. Hi. So fingers crossed this weather that we've got this evening will be the same when we're away down in Devon, because it's not bad for sitting outside at all on an evening. Weather conditions in Doncaster today haven't been too bad at all, to be totally honest with you. Slight bit of drizzle this morning, fairly breezy, but nothing too bad to report. And as I say, it's nice and calm this evening. I'm just wondering whether this is the calm before the storm, Andy. Hi. GM5, the DVS, and 7LCB. Nice to speak to you.
Yeah, well, there's every chance, Liam. There is every chance. You can never tell how the weather's going to go. Sometimes when you don't expect it, the weather's lovely, and then other times it's just absolutely rubbish. But we're used to that in Scotland anyway, so it's okay, you know. We're used to the rain when it's not supposed to and things like that, you know. It's just one of those things. You grow to live with it, I think. Okay, thanks for the check-in. Nice to hear you on, and we'll no doubt hear you again next Monday. So we'll go to Northumberland now. Very good evening to you, Bruce. Nice to hear you on. Hope everything's well down there, and I hope you've had good weather as well, because it seems to be around the country everybody's had reasonable weather anyway. M0 UKB GM5 DVS. Go ahead, Bruce.
GM5 DVS from M0 UKB. Right, well, we'll start with the weather, Andy. Don't go and flip and jinx it. It's already happened. Saturday was lovely. Sunday wasn't so bad. Today, flipping awful. Pouring with rain and all sorts of manner of nastiness. But then the weather forecast did say it was going to do that. Hopefully it will get better as the week progresses, he says. I'm hoping, but I don't know. You never know. It's a bank holiday in the UK. Come on, Andy. You know what happens on all of those. It rains. But not doing so bad, thanks, Andy. Just been at work today, that dreaded 4-letter word, but all doing all right. The kids are off school, it's half term, etc. So a little bit less in the house tonight, so just kicking back, relaxing. Strangely enough, I'm playing a little bit of FT8. It's not something I've done a right lot of before, but I thought, why not? Give it a bash, let's see what happens. So, that's what I've been playing with. Playing a bit of FT8 and having a bit of fun, and thought I'd come on the net. So there you go. You get my dulcet tones tonight. Anyway, back over to you, Andy. Trust you're all doing well up there in DVScotland land from all of us here at Freestar. GM5 DVS from MZUKB.
Hi, fine, Bruce. GM5 DVS. Yeah, well, so the kids are off. Oh dear, that's. We've got 2 days. They're off on Friday, and then they're off next Monday. So that's it for us, thankfully. We don't have anything else. But then we've got the summer holidays to look forward to. The end of June. Then they're off. They're off for 7 weeks, or I think it's either 6.5 weeks or 7 weeks or something. So that's when the peace definitely gets shattered, Bruce. That's for sure. But you'll know where I'm coming from. I've got 2 here, but one of them's older, and he doesn't really bother anyone. But the wee one likes a bit of attention, as 9-year-olds do, and we just have to live with it, I suppose. There's not very much we could do. But if the weather's good, she's an outdoor kid, so she likes to go out and play, and that'll be fine. But if the weather's not good, well, then it's murder then. Absolute murder. But, the weather is a bit interesting. I'm always keen to know, in different places, because I was actually speaking to someone this morning on the phone, and they were just outside Dundee, and they had bright sunshine, and we had it chucking down the rain, and as the crow flies, we're only about 19-20 miles away, so it's amazing how it can change from place to place, Bruce. Okay, mate, I'll put it back to you one more time, see if you've got anything else, and I trust you've recovered from your trip. I saw your post on Facebook and stuff that you were on your way back, so I trust you've recovered from that. M0UKB GM5 DVS.
M0UKB returning. Recovered from the trip, thanks, Andy. Yeah, it was quite good actually in terms of no jet lag this time. So must have just timed the sleeping pattern correctly. But I know what you mean about the kids. Yeah, I was like being outside. Eldest is 15. She'd gone down the swimming pool today because the weather was rubbish. But normally given half a chance, she'll be outside playing football or whatever. She's big and mad into her football and all the sports. So loves doing that, and will happily be outside come rain, hail, shine or snow, whatever it is thrown at her. No, went to the swimming pool today, so why not? But yeah, other than that, not a lot else to report, I'm afraid. Yeah, got to pack 5 days of work in 3 days today, and I got held up for 3 hours this morning due to a wagon not turning up on time. So I was playing a little bit of catch up today, but got it all sorted and got a nice evening off. Right, I'll let you get down through the list because I know you'll have a fair few that want to call in after the end of this one. So put it back to you, I'll not hog it. GM5 DVS, thank you very much for taking my call from M0UKB.
Yeah, fine, Bruce. Well, my almost 15-year-old, he's the opposite. He likes to stay inside and play his games on his PlayStation. So, yeah, he's not a sporty type at all. He'd rather sit inside and with the curtains shut and the lights off, that kind of thing. So it just shows you. Okay, Bruce, nice to hear you on. Thanks very much for your check-in, and we'll catch you a little bit later, I'm sure. Okay, this is DVScotland Multi-Mode Net. We're live across multiple networks this evening, 3-Star, Phoenix, and many more. And we're looking for more check-ins around the world, so I wonder who wants to call in from what corner of the world. This is GM5 DVS. Say your call sign twice, and phonetically, please. Go ahead.
Q Echo 1 Delta Tango Radio. Q Echo 1 Delta Tango Radio.
M0 Victor Uniform Bravo. M0 BUB Shaded Nottingham.
Kilo Yankee 4 November Bravo. Kilo Yankee 4 November Bravo. Scott.
Name here is Beth.
Okay, I caught the tail end of somebody's name, so I'll just say who I've got at the moment, and then we'll try and catch up with the last call sign. So we've got Mike. Oh, hang on, that's better. We've got Mike 0 Victor Uniform Bravo. No, that's hang on. Let's get this right here. I'll just sort myself out. 2 Echo 1 Delta Tango Romeo. M0 VUB. That's Shane. And Kilo Yankee 4 November Bravo, and there was one more. The last person that called in, can you go again please? GM5 DVS.
2 Echo 0 India Alpha Sierra. 2 Echo 0 India Alpha Sierra. Name here is Beth, and I believe I got stumped on from across the Atlantic.
Okay, Beth, I thought it was yourself, but I didn't want to assume. 2 Echo 0 Lima Alpha India Alpha Sierra, and we'll catch up here in a minute, Beth, when we come down the list. Okay, so 2 Echo 1 Delta Tango Romeo. Very good evening. I think you're a first-time check-in. This is the DVScotland Multi-Mode Net, and we're on here every week from 8 PM to 9:30 PM. Go ahead, sir, from GM5 DVS.
M5 DBS 2B1 DTR. Returning. Name is Brian. Spelt the Welsh way. Bravo Romeo Yankee Alpha November. Yeah, well, today I had to go and visit the vampires for forthcoming medical what's the name, but I've also been fiddling around with brackets for antennas today. And I want to put another antenna up, but I'm limited for space. Yeah, so I'm putting it on a boom and just trying to work it out. The weather here today has been rather wet. Sound like that you've had all the good weather up there. I'm envious. Yeah, we don't get much weather, decent weather in the northwest. Although not too bad Friday, Saturday. Very cloudy on Sunday. Here, but there you go. You take the rough with the smooth, don't you? So yeah, so that's a bit of my weekend, and I'll put it back to you from 2B1 DTR because I've forgotten the call sign already.
Yeah, 2 Echo 1 Delta Tango Romeo GM5 DVS Golf Mike 5 Delta Victor Sierra. Okay, Brian, fine. And the only thing I'll say to you about antennas is, where there's a will, there's a way. There's a limited for space. I'm a bit limited for space myself at the moment, but I've got a few antennas up, and it's just as you say, it's just a case of working it out, and depending on what it is that you want to actually put up. But you can always remember this, that the sky's far away, so you can put them up. You can put big long verticals up if you should need to. That's what I always tell people anyway. But thankfully I done all my antennas last year, so there's nothing being done. I was planning another one for this year, but I haven't gotten around to organising it. There's always something else to do, so that's not been done yet. So we'll get to that eventually at some point. So good luck with all the antenna work, and thanks very much for your check-in. Nice to hear you on. I think this is the first time you've checked in, I think, to this net, but we are on every week from 8 p.m. to 9:30 p.m. and you'll be always very welcome to check in. I'll put it back to you one more time and see if there's anything else, and then we'll move on down the list. 2 Echo 1 Delta Tango Romeo GM5 DVS. Go ahead.
Everyone, DTR returning. Yeah, I'll leave it a postal stamp. I've got 1, 2, 3 up presently, all verticals, including HF, the Sega 80, with its, I think it's a 4-to-1 bottom on the bottom of it. Yes, this is my first check-in, and I'll tell you why it's my first check-in, because around here there are 3 inputs to the Allstar system. The problem is, I couldn't find the CTCSS code, and B, because they're all on the same frequency, which one's which, and with a bit of help, I've managed to get in. I've been to get into a few more nets, both international and national, in the future. I don't have more. I have a little bit of luck on HF, but not much luck on HF, especially when the Spanish and the Americans are around. With a lousy 50 watts, I don't get a chance. But there you go. Okay, thank you for letting me in, and I'll just sit on the side and listen to the net. 2E1 DTR.
Yeah, 2E1 DTR, GM5 DVS. Yeah, okay, fine. And yeah, you'll find that conditions on HF will be starting to pick up, within the next year or two, and you'll start to find that conditions will be far better, and it'll be easier for you to work, further afield stations. So that's something for you to look forward to if you're into HF. Okay, 7-3. Thanks very much for your check-in, and as I say, we're here every week, so you can feel free to check in anytime you want. 7-3 just now. Okay, down to you, Shane. In Nottingham, 0VUB GM5 DVS.
Yeah, GM5 DVS and 0VUB. Yeah, hopefully you get me okay, Andy. I'm on the phone portal. I'm using a pair of Dr. Dre headphones. I'm wearing my Beats at the minute, Andy, so there you go. Yeah, I've just come back from holiday, actually. I've been on a caravanning trip up at the East Coast, just near the Wash area, in a little place called Ingermells. So we've been there for a bit of a retreat away in the Torah. The kids with us and stuff. Yeah, it was really good. It was good weather, actually. We didn't hit any bad weather, any rain or anything. It was pretty warm. To be fair, it was quite lucky. I've actually got a bit of colour, which is good at this time of year in summer. But there you go. Yeah, I've been on the back burner a little bit this last month or so of the radio scene. So I've not really. I need to get myself back up to speed again. And to be fair, I've not actually, I've not been involved with much for the last month at least. But took a bit of a back seat, which has been good. It's been a break, and I've been enjoying every minute of it, Andy. To be fair. But anyway, we're getting all prepared now for go-to and stuff going up the gateway. Right, George, love you, bye. We're getting all prepared now for go-to and stuff coming up soon. Gateway's on the air, so yeah, I'll take a deserved break before all that starts. But anyway, there you go. So trust everybody's all good. The DV Scotland. Hi Kev, if you're listening. Sorry I couldn't attend the net on Saturday. I was indulged in caravanning. I couldn't get on, sorry, but I'll try and get on next week. But anyway, there you go. Back to you, Andy, from M0 Victor Uniform Bravo.
M0 VUB GM5 DVS. Okay, Shane, fine, and lucky you. I wish I could get away. I could do it going away on some sort of holiday. I don't care what it is. As long as I get peace and quiet, you know. But that's it. Yeah, I've not been doing much radio myself. Monday night, that's been about it for me. I've had other things on the go, so not had a chance to be doing much radio at all. For one thing or another, but it's always nice to get away. It's always nice to come home again. I always say, but as long as the weather's good, you know, that's what it's all about. My little girl said to me the other day, she says, "Dad, I wish we could go to Cyprus." I thought, yeah, I wish we could go to Cyprus too. But that's not going to happen this year. That's for sure. There's many other things on the go, and we're busy doing decorating and stuff at the moment, which is always a nightmare. I absolutely hate the sort of whole upheaval of it. We're not doing it ourselves this time, which helps. We decided to get somebody in to do it, but that's still a pain in the neck, because then, you know, you've got to sort of work around them, and, you know, got to leave stuff lying everywhere, and you know how it goes. It's just an absolute nightmare. So I'll be glad when that's all over and done with as well, and I'll get my house back to some sort of normality again, because I just hate clutter and upheaval. So that's it. Okay, Shane. Yeah, Kevin. Yeah, he'll be listening, I'm sure. He'll be lurking around in the background somewhere, so he probably heard what you said. If not, I'll let him know. But you, Shane, see if you've got anything else, and then we'll crack on down the list, because time's moving on, and then Gordon will be sitting waiting to take over. M0VUB GM5 DVS.
Yeah, okay, Andy, M0VUB returning. Yeah, that's good stuff. Yeah, I do miss that. I do miss Kev. He's a cracking lad, Kev. So if you're listening, hope you're doing well, and hopefully the net went okay on Saturday. And I'll promise I'll call in next week. Oh, there you go. So I've just been out off the scene. That's all it is. I've been off the scene and not really been sort of indulging in much of freestyle, to be fair. Never mind radio. But there you go. Sometimes you just lose the momentum. I'm getting back on it now. I'm getting back on it. Yeah, there you go. But yeah, no, I mean, we're having somebody come and paint our kitchen. I mean, I'm more than capable of painting. I painted this whole house twice, but you know what, Andy, sometimes you have to just get somebody in to do it. But there's a point where you just, well, the missus has said to me, I can't really say it on the air, but there you go. You can't be bothered. That's the word. I just can't be bothered, Andy. I really can't be bothered to do it. It would be cheaper for me just to pay somebody to do it. But like you say, you've got the upheaval. You know, you've got people coming in, and you've got to work around them and all that sort of stuff. But you know, if you pay good money, Andy, they'll get it done in a day. Right, I'll catch you later then. Cheers for now. 0VUB off and clear. Cheers for now, Andy.
GM5 DVS. Yeah, they just paint it, Shane, and then they go away, and that's it done. Then you don't need to care, you know. And they wash their own brushes and rollers, which makes a difference as well. 7-3. Thanks for the check-in. We'll catch you later. Okay, Kilo Yankee 4, November Bravo, GM5 DVS. Go ahead, sir. Nice to hear you on.
GM5 DVS KY4NB. Well, hi, Andy and everybody on the DV Scotland net. This is Scott from Land of Elvis and Barbecue, and I'm sorry about stomping on that last caller there, it's hard to get in on Echo Link, so when the button comes up, I just push it real quick. So sorry about that to him. Apologize for the accent over here. Let's see, my last name's McDermott, so somewhere along the lines, you know, Irish, maybe Scottish, and then my wife's Dunn, so D-U-N-N, so definitely Scottish on her side there, with her great-great-grandmother or great-grandmother coming over here in the siege of Vicksburg. She's got that story. But anyway, any accent we had way back then is long gone, so pretty sure y'all are speaking English over there, and I'm trying to get used to it. I check in with Graham and Queen Helen on Friday nights, and I've gotten used to theirs. But anyway, it's hot, it's humid, it's 31 degrees. We barbecued today, and it's Memorial Day. So just wanted to say hi on the net, and I'll turn it back to you, Andy, and let you get this last check-in there. And 7-3 to all, and I'll be listening. KY4NB, back to net.
Yeah, okay, Scott. Can I just confirm your call sign? Is it Kilo Yankee 4 Alpha November Bravo? Is it Alpha November Bravo? Over.
Negative. It's Kilo Yankee 4 November Bravo. Kilo Yankee 4 November Bravo. Back to net.
Yes, okay, fine. I did write it down properly, but I actually thought that you said Alpha November Bravo. So that was my fault, so my apologies. And okay on understanding the accent. Well, we try very hard, Scott, and make ourselves understood, if you know, so that people can. If I was to talk in my normal accent, I don't think you would have a hope in understanding a word I was saying. It would sound like some sort of interesting language. So I try and tone it down a little bit when I come on here, so that people can actually understand what I'm saying. But yeah, nice to hear you on. It's always nice to hear anyone checking in from all over the world. We are on here every week from 2100 UK time to 2130 UK time, and we're on here every week unless something serious happens, or then we won't be on, but otherwise we will be on. I'll put it back to you one more time, Scott, see if you've got anything else, but good to hear you on, and do check in again. November Yankee 4, GM5 DVS.
GM5 DVS KY4NB. Well, yeah, good there, Andy. Thank you for being understanding there on the accent. We probably got the same thing here. I grew up in Arkansas and born here in Tennessee, but if I use the dialect over there, it might be hard for y'all to understand too. So anyway, when you come back, you'll have to say a sentence though, like you normally would, just so I can tell my wife I've heard what the Scots normally sound like over there. Back to you, and I'll be listening. KY4NB.
Okay, Scott. Yeah, nice to hear you, and we'll all listen out for you again, my friend. And it's always nice to get a good blether. There you are. There's a nice Scottish word for you, blether. That just means a good chat. 7-3, and we'll catch you again. Okay, Beth, nice to hear you on again this week. 2 Echo Zero Alpha. I'll start that again. 2 Echo Zero India Alpha Sierra GM5 DVS. Very good evening, Beth.
Zero IAS returning with Golf Mike 5 Delta Victor Sierra. Good evening, Andy and the group. First off, your last caller, Scott. I'm pretty sure his call sign was Kilo Yankee 4 November Bravo. Question mark might be Kilo on the end of that. It was a bit hitty-missy coming through today. I'm currently on the Echo link through the Allstar network, and aerials, antennas. I've just bought a Pi 3B Plus Raspberry Pi, and it should be turning up sometime in the next 2 weeks with a bit of luck. Hopefully undamaged, you never know with the post. And then I'll get someone to explain to me how to wire it up, how to use it, yada yada. I know I need an external pack and a thick patch lead to carry the amperage required. Also, I have plans to put up an end-fed long wire going up soon, just because I don't really think I'm getting the output or the input that I was expecting from my G5 full size. It's in an inverted V, and I have the garden big enough to take such a long wire, but I'm going to try an end fed. And then finally, this is for all you married people out there that are still young enough to feel intimidated by your wives. Listen up, blokes. This one says, the victim was marched to the cash point and forced to take out £300. I bet that's the last time he forgets his wife's birthday. Hi. Back to you.
Okay, yeah. I'm sure it is, Beth. Yes, I'm sure it is. And yeah, good luck with the antenna stuff. Yeah, I've been using the end-fed stuff for a while, and it's just basically for the simplicity of it. I've been down the road of over the years, and inverted V's and all sorts of different shapes of antennas and things, but I have a simple inverted L now, and that's what I use, and it goes up about 30 feet vertical, and then it's about, I don't know, 50 feet, maybe even 60 feet of horizontal, and it seems to work. It seems to do what I need. I'm not really much of an HF person, but I've always had HF, but I don't use it an awful much. So that's the kind of story here. So it's all very simple as far as HF goes. I used to have big antennas for HF, big directional beams and stuff, but I don't really have the space for them anymore. So I've had to go down the compromise route, Beth. So anyway, good luck with it all. I hope it all pans out for you and you get some nice contacts. I was saying earlier the sunspot cycle is going to start rising, so you'll in the next 6 months to a year, you will start to notice a difference in HF conditions. I'll put it back to you one more time, and then we'll put in a couple of calls before I hand over to Gordon. 2E0 IAS GM5 DVS.
IAS returning with GM5 DVS in the group. Thank you, Andy. I have one last little bit of information, and it says, more info on that post office robbery. They charged me £6.50 to send us a parcel second class. Hi. Back to you.
Yeah. Definite robbery, that's for sure, Beth. Okay, 7-3, take care, and we'll no doubt hear you again next week. Okay, I wonder if there's any more check-ins on the DVScotland multi-mode net. We're multiple across, let's start that again, we're live across multiple networks this evening. Can't see if I put my teeth back in. Freestar in Phoenix, and many more. So I wonder if there's any more check-ins from around the world. This is GM5 DVS, just learning to speak.
MI0 Mike Lima, Art and Nairn up in Ireland.
That was an absolute cracking double, and I managed to make both of you out. MI0 AAZ and GM0 RML. So we'll pass it over the water first to our Irish friend there, and wonder how things are in Kilrain, John. MI0AAZ GM5DVS.
Okay, Andy, good evening to you and to everybody else here in the net tonight, and greetings to all from Northern Ireland. Yeah, you were talking about accents earlier on. I have a complaint here. I think there should be some way we could add subtitles controller's voice here, because like I'm just across the Irish Sea from you, and dare I say I could be having some problems with you, but sure, I'm part Scottish anyway, as you know. So and that fellow over in America with a name like that, I doubt he's got Irish stroke Scottish blood in him. So the other way around, I've got Scottish stroke Irish blood in me. So what you think, subtitles, would that be a cure? Nice sunny evening over here, not sure what the temperature is. We had some rain in the morning, but it's been sort of cloudy and sunny ever since. I think we're going to have a nice sunset here this evening, by the looks of it. So anyway, good to hear everybody on as usual. I'll put it back to you. And Gordon will be, dare we say, chomping at the bit. Not everybody, I'm sure, will understand that one to get his turn. GM5 DVS MI0AAZ.
MI0AAZ GM5 DVS. You see, you're just in here to cause trouble, you know. You just come in with the sole intentions of causing trouble this evening, Mr. Anderson. Oh, you made me laugh, so you do. Yeah, all good fun. And well, I do, as I said to Scott over in the States there, I do try and switch the accent off a little bit so that, you know, people can just about understand me, you know. But I suppose I will say the odd word and people will say, what did that mean? But yeah, it's all good fun, isn't it? At least we can have a laugh about it, John, which is the main thing. And I'll speak to you later about what you sent me messages on Telegram about. I was just about to start here, so I've not had a chance to come back to you properly, but I will respond accordingly when I'm finished here, when Gordon's in the hot seat. But good to hear you on as always. And yeah, just to comment on the weather, it's been cracking here this evening, absolutely cracking. About 10 degrees, but you know, it's not cold. I mean, I was just out with just a shirt on, you know, and I didn't have any jacket or anything, and it felt absolutely fine. So there was no problem there. So long may that continue. I say that, John, I'll pour in the rain in the morning when I wake up, I've no doubt. I'll put it back to you one more time, see if you've got anything else, and then we'll see what Art's saying up in Inverness area. MI0AAZ GM5 DVS.
Right, okay, Andy. MI0AAZ back. Right, I know a good boy that could do net control some night if you could drag him out of retirement. Rab C. Nesbitt. For us in the British Isles, we all know who Rab C. Nesbitt is. Now, there wouldn't be an ideal boy to do the net control for a night with his Glaswegian accent. That'd be one that we could try on here if we could get somebody from Glasgow direction to, or from, what was the name of the part of Glasgow he lived in? I can't even remember, but that was a great series. Then there's Chewing the Fat as well, another good Scottish series in that. Oh yeah, still have to keep up with my ancestry. So catch up with you all. Yeah, I'll let you get on with it there. I'm on RF tonight again. I'm on my wee DMR handheld, talking through my multi-mode gateway here. Mike Bravo 6 Kilo Alpha. If any of you look where it is on the map, that's, well, I can look out the window here and see the antenna. So back to you, Andy, in 73 from about 15 miles south of Coleraine, here on the north coast of Northern Ireland. GM5 DVS, and if you want to have a chat about what we were talking about yesterday, the bat phone's beside me here from Mike India 0 Alpha Alpha 0.
Yeah, okay, John. Yeah, I'll catch up with you, and we'll have a wee chat. And I'm glad that IPSC2 DVScotland's working for you, and you're certainly sounding okay. Even though you're on DMR, the conversion across to analog. I'm actually on analog tonight, and you're sounding actually not too bad at all. I can tell you're on a digital mode, but you don't sound bad. You know, your audio sounds relatively good, so that's the main thing. Okay, we'll catch you in a bit, and thanks very much for your check-in. Okay, Art, very good evening to you, mate. Nice to hear you. Hope you're well up there in the far north, and keeping out of trouble. GM0RML, GM5DVS.
Yeah, GM5DVS, GM0RML on DMR through GB7MM. Yeah, very good evening, Andy. Good evening to everybody on the net. Just thought I'd give a quick call in just to keep the numbers up, and good to hear you. Not a bad evening up here. We've had a few wee showers of rain, but it's not been too bad today, really. I don't think it's going to brighten up until towards the weekend. I think there's a high pressure coming in from the west, so I think as the week goes on, things are going to improve a bit. So we can only live and hope, Andy. Anyway, I'll not hold it with you. Good to work here, and I'll pass it back to you for anything else you might have, and speak to you later. GM5DVS, GM0RML.
Yeah, fine, Art. GM0RML, GM5DVS. Yeah, it's been the same here, mate. There's a few showers throughout the day, and at one point, I think about 1 o'clock or something, absolutely hammering it down it was. But then it sort of brightened up in the night. It was sort of dull and dreich and horrible, and there's another good word, John, if you're still listening, dreich. Yeah, it was really dreich for a bit, and then about 4 o'clock or something, it started to sort of brighten up again. So that was the main thing. So that was good. So it's when there's not any wind, even though the temperature's low, it's still fairly comfortable outside, which is fine. Yeah, you're sounding okay coming in on DMR. We seem to have got that a bit better now. I've done a few tweaks on that over the last few weeks, and we seem to have got that a little bit better. You know, it doesn't sound near as distorted as DMR used to sound. So I'm kind of hoping that's sounding a little bit better now. So the whole system was upgraded yesterday, right across our network had upgrades done all over the place. So it all seems to be working good, Art. So that is the main thing. So I'll put it back one more time, mate, see if you've got anything else, and then I'm going to put one more call because I'm over my time, but because I'm over my time, I was able to just put the cat among the pigeons and upset Gordon a wee bit more. GM0RML, GM5DVS.
Yeah, GM5DVS, GM0RML, you're a bit quick dropping the mic there. You were GM5DV. No worries, Andy. Good working you, and I am sure Gordon will be chomping at the bit there, ready to take the reins and get on with it. So that's all good. And it's the net's working away fine on a Monday night, isn't it? It's not too bad at all. Anyway, it's a Brobra Moonless next to next. 73, see you later. GM0RML clear.
MM0TMG. Mike 0, Tango Mike Golf.
What the heck did he just say? Yeah, the reason the transmit dropped was my foot slipped off the foot switch. So I use I use a headset and foot switch arrangement on a Monday night now, which I find easier. And my foot slipped off the foot switch, so that's how the transmitter dropped off faster than I sort of intended it to. 73 Art, and good to hear you on, mate, as usual. Okay, that's it from me. I'm going to take one more check-in, and then I'm going to hand over to Gordon, Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa, who will be looking after things now. And if anybody wants any information on DV Scotland, you can go to our website at www.dvscotland.net, and you can also have a wee peek at our YouTube channel from that same page. There is a link to our YouTube channel on the DV Scotland website. So I wonder if there's one more check-in before I pass over to Gordon, and we'll put it out there. Say your call sign twice and phonetically, please. This is Golf Mexico 5 Delta Victor Sierra. Go ahead.
Mike 0 Tango Mike Golf MM0 TMG.
MM0 DRA Mike 0 Delta Romeo Alpha.
Go ahead.
Sorry, Andy, was that me you were shouting on there? I just heard go ahead, but I wasn't sure if it was myself or if you're wanting more check-ins or what. Go ahead, MM0 TMG.
Yeah, it was you. I said it's a pleasure to hear you on, my friend. Back to you.
Well, I didn't hear that, but fair enough. If you said it, I'll get the recording played back after the show. Hi. Right. Nothing much to report. I just thought I'd shout in, say hello. And I've done it now. So hope everybody's okay on the net, and we'll say goodbye. And I think you've got Ali next. I hope the net's going okay, and it seems to be busy enough anyway. So there you go, MM0 TMG clear.
Yeah, okay, Kev, good to hear you on, mate. And I find I'm well running over my time. Too much blethering. Our friend over the water there in Preston Pans, I'll be getting a tell him off for running into his slot. He'll just need to run over a wee bit later. The system's linked up to Freestart at 10 o'clock, Gordon, so you're alright, you've got plenty of time. Cheers, Kevin, see you later. And I think you said Ali was there, so I'll just check him in if he is. So I wonder if you're there, Ali. MM0 DRA GM5 DVS.
Yep, MM0 DRA returning, and Kevin, I'll pick you up the back six tomorrow with Jim. Your pal's not going to manage. He's going to be running late. Yeah, good evening, Andrew. Everything's fine here, and everybody seems to be on this Scottish expressions tonight. I was just thinking that Gordon will maybe still be chasing after Johnny Cope and pressing pants there, but he'll be wondering if his drums is beaten yet. So back on you, Andy, from MM0 DRA.
That's fine. There's a song in there somewhere, isn't there? I want you to get Kevin's guitar out. have a wee tune. Maybe we would get frowned on if we'd done stuff like that. Yeah, good to hear you, Ali. And yeah, everything's fine here. The painter's gotten on pretty well. He's done fairly well, so he'll get the second coat on the walls tomorrow. So he's doing good. He's done good at the prep stuff as well. Made a good job of the bits and pieces that we need fixed. So that's all good. Okay, Ali. Say 7-3. Good to hear you. And I'm going to pass over to Gordon this time before I get into serious trouble for running out of my time. So that's it from me, folks. I'll see you next week at the same time at 8 o'clock. And for another DV Scotland multi-mode net. Gordon will be looking after you for the rest of the net. Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa. Over to you, Gordon, and take it away, my friend. GM5 DVS now off and clear and closing.
Very good evening. Many thanks, Andy, for the first part of the net. As Andy says, I'm MM3XGP. I'm going to be your host for the remainder of the net that he's left me with. And Scottish sayings, well, we might as well give it a wee try, seeing how John brought it up over there in Ireland. Let's see if we've got any quines and loons for Aberdeen that wish to call into the net. Please say your call sign twice and phonetically. Go ahead now. This is MM3XGP Net Control. Okay, I didn't think we would get any coins or loons. Maybe I've got Stevie or Bruce, but there you go. Anyway, folks, this is MM3XGP. I'm your net controller with the DV Scotland Monday Night Net. Looking for some more check-ins, please say your call sign twice and phonetically. Please go ahead now.
Victor Echo 3, Romeo X-Ray Hotel, BE3 RXH on Echolink.
Victor Echo 3, Romeo X-Ray Hotel. Very good evening. Nice to hear you back on. And back on using your real call sign instead of that Mickey Mouse one that you got whilst you were over here in Scotland. Nice to hear you. Wonder watching you with you. And what gossip you've got. Victor Echo 3, Romeo X-Ray Hotel, MM3XGP.
Oh, good evening, folks. Everyone on net. And both of our net controllers. Yeah, it's good to be back. I don't get the chance to check in that often because it's it's just about 4 o'clock here in the afternoon in Ontario. But we're at home today, although it's a lovely day. So I thought I'd give you guys a shout. I tried to check in via D-Star on DMR, but there's obviously some problem there that I've not worked out yet because I was getting some completely different conversation. There were definitely no Scottish sayings. So I could say that was an Affy Scunner. But I managed to get in on Echolink. So happy to be here, and hopefully I'll get a chance to check in some other time. I'm not going to hang around too long because I'm just about to go make supper. Back to net.
Yeah, fine. Fine, Robert. Victor Echo 3, Romeo X-Ray Hotel, MM3XGP return. I did try D-Star earlier on this evening, and I had a wee bit problems with the YSF connection, so I don't know. It's a thing I don't normally use, to be perfectly honest. Is D-Star and DroidStar. It's up there with only a last ditch attempt to get in. I tend to use it, but it's maybe worth we can have a wee look at that. For future nets, and nice to hear you on. I trust everything's well over there, and I know that the time difference sort of interfered with you from getting in before, so there you go. But We've got another net on a Saturday evening. If you miss Kevin's dulcet tones, he runs a net now from 9 o'clock till 10 o'clock. The DVScotland Coast to Coast net. If you're free on a Saturday, he's doing that net there, Robert. Anyway, I'll put it back around to you, see if I can get some more check-ins before I finish at 9:30. Round to you, Robert. Victor Echo 3, Romeo X-Ray Hotel, MM3XGP.
Very good. I'll have to play some more with Droid Star as well, and Dude Star 2, and just make sure I can get in wherever I am. I've not found a DMR repeater that's in range of my handheld yet, so I'll either need to connect that up to my base station. I've got my 991A on my base antenna for 2 meters at the moment, but or 70 centimeters. We'll have a look around for that. Everything's good here. I only just recently got my HF antenna back up. I took that down I was going to say last fall, but I better say last autumn, I guess, before I left for Scotland. So that's back up now, and we're all set up and getting ready for, we've got the VHF contest, ARRL VHF contest, I think is coming up this coming weekend. And then we've got our field day, of course, North America field day, just at the end of June there. So if you happen to be on around then, you might hear me. I'm not sure what I'll be running at the moment. It might be QRP this year for the first time, which will be a different challenge for me, but getting some more parks and summits on the air preparation done, because I really want to get out and do some more of that. So I wish you all the best. We'll catch you again sometime soon, and back to net.
Yeah, fine, Robert, and fine on the parts on the air and summits on the air. Parts on the air seem to be becoming very popular now. It seems to be a popular event. I didn't watch the Hamvention guys that I follow on our YouTube channel, and a lot of the guys were at the Hamvention, and then obviously activating some parts and that, which was good. But obviously we've got things happening here in the UK, as you'll probably be well aware, just as much as Canada, for the big 70th anniversary. But I've not even bothered with the addition to the call sign. I'm happy. I'm going to be unique. I'm just going to keep it MM3. I'm not wanting an MQ or an MQ3, or I'm just got to be M, just like James Bond. Anyway, Robert, we'll catch you later, mate. Stay safe and keep us posted. Drop us a wee message on our Facebook page. Any activities, I'm sure people will work you. And fine on not having a DMR repeater. Well, as the old saying goes, if it's no there, make it there. Do something yourself. Put a node on, put a repeater on, and then you'll always have it. Cheers, mate, and we'll catch you later from MM3XGP.
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. I could put it up by, I guess. I haven't got into a hotspots or whatever yet. I think I just need to reach out a little bit further to get my DMR repeater, that's all. And when I was down on Arran, of course, I could reach in just with my handheld Yagi, but even that was a bit of a challenge at times. But we made it. We made it in, and we'll try the same again. Of course, we have special call signs here too, so you might hear me as Victor X-Ray 3, Romeo X-Ray Hotel. Our Victor Echoes have become Victor X-Rays, and our Victor Alphas have become Victor Golfs, and there's a couple of others as well, so depending on what the prefix is. But so far, I'm saving that for some special occasions. 7-3 from me. We'll catch you all again. Bye-bye.
Yeah, 73, Robert, and many thanks for checking in this evening. Okay, folks, that's us at the bottom of the list, so we're looking for some more check-ins. Please say your call sign twice and phonetically. Please go ahead now. This is Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa with the DVScotland Monday Night Net. station calling. Just getting some road noise there. I'd like to go ahead again. MM3XGP listening. This is Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa with the DV Scotland Monday Night Net. Looking for some more check-ins. Please say your call sign twice and phonetically. Go ahead now, please.
Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Delta Bravo. That's Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Delta Bravo. Doug in Kitchener, Ontario.
Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Delta Bravo MM3XGP. Very good evening, Doug, and trust you're well, and we'll put it back to yourself. From Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa. Personal destination is Gordon, and the current location is 13 miles south of the capital city of Edinburgh. Now to you, sir.
Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa. This is Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Delta Bravo. Good evening, Gordon. It's a beautiful afternoon here in southwestern Ontario. It's about 30 degrees and sunshine with a little bit of high cloud now, but very pleasant afternoon. Just sitting outside enjoying a coffee, and I heard you on the radio, so I thought I would say hello. I have a little Allstar node in the basement, and that's how I'm connecting in today. Back to net control.
Yeah, Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Delta Bravo. Very good business there, Doug, and yeah, fine on the whole Allstar node. I've got one here as well. I've not got it connected up yet. It's all work in progress. We've actually quite a busy week ahead this week. So the weather's not going to affect me much because I'll probably be indoors most of the rest of this week, and just get on with the tasks in hand. But weather over here, we're outdoor, 7.8 degrees outside, and it's raining. Plenty of rainbows, but there you go. Typical Scottish weather there, Doug. Anyway, I'll put it back round to you for any finals, but nice to hear you, and always a pleasure. Round to you, Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Delta Bravo MM3XGP.
Very good, Gordon. Thank you very much for taking my check-in. Have a good night, and enjoyed listening to the net for a while. Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa. This is Victor Echo 3 X-Ray Delta Bravo. 73 for now.
Yeah, 73, Doug, and many thanks for checking in this evening. Okay, folks, that's just reached the bottom of the list again. So we're looking for some more check-ins. Please say your call sign twice and phonetically. Go ahead now.
2 Echo 1, Hotel Whiskey Echo, 2E1 HWE.
Mike 7, Lima Charlie Bravo, M7 LCB, going for a recheck to just say hello to you, Gordon.
Okay, 2 stations there. 2E1 HWE. That's Oscar down in the city, and M7 LCB. I'm sure that's Leon. Nice to hear you both. Okay, we'll pass it down to Oscar. You've got a slight buzz on your transmission, Oscar. but you were readable, but you did have a slight buzz. Down to you from MM3XGP.
Yeah, 2 Echo 1 Hotel Whiskey Echo. I think I had the mobile phone next to the radio. That's what it was. It's either that or the node that shall not be named is next to the Wi-Fi, and I think that's not helping. So hopefully that's a little bit better. If not, I'll have to come back on the gateway. But good evening to you, Gordon, and everyone else at Digital Voice Scotland. I had a crazy busy couple of months, not getting as much time as I'd like to do radio. So sorry for not being able to call in as much as I normally did. But I just thought I'd call in as well, not to support the net, but to say I've got today a Cisco phone arrived. So I know you love a bit of Hamshack Hotline. I thought you'd be interested to know I haven't installed it, I've got a ticket for it yet, but it's just literally arrived this evening. So once I finish with you, I have to apply for one of these tickets or whatever they call it and get it on the air. So there we go, I've got a new toy to play with this evening. To you, Gordon, from 2E1HWE.
Yeah, 2E1HWE, MM3XGP returning. Yeah, fine business on the Hamshack Hotline, Oscar. It's become popular now. It's really took off, big style. Obviously with the help of Andreas and several others, with YouTube videos and such like. So it's becoming a popular thing. Obviously there is others out there, other networks and spin-offs and different things going on, but my policy as well, Hamshack Hotline, why reinvent the wheel with these other ones that break away and decide, oh well, we could do something like that. It just adds to the confusion. That's just my view. Hamshack Hotline works, and it's a good support team. It's there, and at the end of the day, it's all volunteers. It's like Freestar and it's like DVScotland. It's all volunteers that give up their time and their effort to put systems on. So there you go. Anyway, Oscar, pass it to you, and you're just getting your Cisco phone just in time for your big event, MM3XGP.
Yeah, 2 Echo 1 Hotel Whiskey Echo. There'll be no Hamshack Hotline during GOTA from me. I won't be taking a phone out with me, that's for sure. My preference is always to use a radio, but I think in terms of educating myself, experimenting, I'm going to give the Hamshack Hotline a go, and I think it can be very useful when you're a net controller doing a net, because you've got your hands free, and there's lots of other things. The audio quality is good, so for nets, I think it's a very useful tool to have. But it definitely won't, for me, replace my radios. I'll always try and use them first, unless I'm net control, and then I'll probably use the Hamshack Hotline. So it's just another tool for me there to use, and how we get on with it. And yeah, it's always good to experiment. But for me, just my preference, I like a radio. For me, that's the first route in. But you know what? Happy to give things a try. I'm not going to write things off without giving it a whirl. And yeah, everything I've heard so far has been very positive about it. So yeah, we'll give it a go. What's the worst that could happen? I'm 40 quid down. And also, you can use it for phone calls. I've seen another video, and Harry Paul said that you can set up this account with someone else, some other company, and you can use it as a landline, voice over IP. So that should be another added element that might come in useful if I never can get a mobile phone signal. You never know, it could happen. Anyway, nice to hear you and speak to you, and I'll let you continue with your evening there, Gordon. 7 threes from me, 2E1HWE.
Yeah, 2E1HWE, MM3XGP return. Well, yeah, That's it. You just said it with monitoring and running nets. It's good. Obviously, you run your node, so you can connect up to your Allstar node, and you can monitor that. So you're not. You can listen to that down in the shack and such like. That's the main reason I've had it. So I don't tie up a repeater or one of the talk groups or the slots on a repeater. So it works on the same principle with your Allstar node and making the phone calls and such like. It's different. Yeah, it's amazing all the people that were knocking it. Oh, it's not real radio, and it isn't. It isn't real radio. It's an addition to radio. Hamshack Hotline. It's just an addition, and it serves its purpose. And a lot of people that can't get antennas up or in sheltered accommodation or complexes or such like, they can get on the air, and that's the main thing. Anyway, Oscar, cheers them out, and enjoy your Cisco. And he just says, what could possibly go wrong? Forgetting to press the hash key. Rule number 1. Catch you later. Cheers to now. MM3XGP.
Yep, 7-3.
Okay, Mike 7, Lima Charlie Bravo. Very good evening to yourself. I did hear you checking in earlier on with Andy, so nice to hear you, Liam, and I wonder what's new with you. MM3XGP.
Mike 3, X-Ray, Golf Bravo, Mike 7, Lima, Charlie Bravo. Yeah, good evening to you, Gordon. I'm only going to take the one over, mate. My field will be shortly. Me and the XYLs ordered a Chinese, and going to sit down and watch a bit of telly. But yeah, I checked in with Andy earlier on, and always like to check in with yourself, Gordon, as well, where I can, if possible, mate. So, absolutely brilliant to hear you tonight. I've been out in the garden earlier, as I said to Andy. Just come back out now, but it started raining, actually. Weather's took a bit of a change. Still calm, but I reckon it'll be calm before the storm. I reckon we're probably in for it tonight. Wake up to a wet and miserable day tomorrow. So, fingers crossed not, but you never know. Typical English weather here. So, hope all well's your side, Gordon. You've had a good start to the week, mate. And hope you're keeping yourself entertained with your radio and bobs to sort out. Hi. Pass it back to you, Gordon, from Mike 7, Lima, Bravo, and I'll wish him for a final.
Yeah, M7 LCB, Liam. Yeah, I'm doing okay. I've just got loads of things on, but really busy week this week. I've got boxes from Alberta, Canada to open and set up, and all radio related. So cost me a fortune in buying equipment from abroad, but that's the joys of a hobby. But looking forward to get it all in the air and such like. Anyway, Liam, nice to hear you. Go on and enjoy your meal. I was out for a Chinese buffet yesterday and thoroughly enjoyed it. I even had ice cream as well. Hi, and a lovely Chinese lager. I can't remember the name. It began with A, and it just really took the edge off the spicy curry. Anyway, cheers to new Liam, and we'll hear you there or thereabouts, as I say, and many thanks for your recheck from MM3XGP. Okay, folks, that's us reached the bottom of the list. So let's see if we can get a few more check-ins in the log. This is Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa with the DV Scotland Monday Night Net. We're live across various networks, Freestar, Phoenix, and Allstar, various other networks, Peanut, Hamshack Hotline, and probably DVStar, Echolink, such like. You've got all the details at all the w's.dvscotland.net. You'll get the links to our Facebook page or YouTube channel and various information. Let's see if we can get some more check-ins. Please say your call sign twice and phonetically. Please go ahead now.
4HYR, Golf Mike 4 Hotel, Yankee Radio, GM 4HYR, do you copy?
GM4HYR. Very good evening, sir. Trust you're well. Personal this end is Gordon, and my call sign is Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa. Net control for the DV Scotland Monday Night Net. Round to you, sir.
Oh, hi Gordon. It's quite a few months since we've spoken, but I have come on your net before. However, I've just discovered this, it's like a pop-up repeater. I think it's in Fife somewhere. The name is Melvin and the QTH is Edinburgh. I just came up, I come across this, I think some sort of gateway which I didn't know existed. And see, I'm not really hearing you terribly well. You're about a 4x3. I hope you're getting some sort of copy from me. MM3X GPGM4HYR.
Yeah, very good evening, Melvin. And I wonder what frequency you're on about. It could possibly be maybe St. Monans that you're picking up, or there may be other ones that's popped up. That's going maybe simplex nodes that maybe out with the property. But certainly there's MB7 SM. No, oh God, I can't even remember. Andy, if you're listening, pop in and save me. I can't remember. The thing I've just had a memory blank. There's MB7. I think it's SM. MB7 SM. And MM1 CXE, which is an Echolink.
ISM.
Right, thank you, Kevin. ISM, MB7 ISM, Melvin, which is in St. Monans. That's a simplex node, so that's probably the one you may be getting into from MM3XGP.
Aye, okay, Gordon, thanks for that. Yeah, I'm on 1449625. I wonder why there's no gateways in Edinburgh. That'd be quite interesting. I think you might get quite a few calls. Over.
I don't know why there's. I don't know. Maybe they've run out of NOVs there, Melvin. Maybe Edinburgh's got too many NOVs already in place there. Hi.
Maybe. Anyway, nice to hear you. I won't keep it because it's a bit tough going. I'm located behind Christophin Hill, so the signal to the north, i.e. to MB7 ISM, is particularly weak. But I'm ever so glad that I'm actually getting out. So I'll speak to you later on, but I'll come up on a better channel than this. Thanks, Gordon. 73.
Yeah, no worries, Melvin. Yeah, probably where you're located, probably your best bet would be GB7 KN, Kirk Newton, or possibly GB7 LV in Livingston, or GB7 KY in Kirkcaldy. You could probably get into GB7 X-ray Golf, but that's currently off the air at the moment for routine maintenance. That's located in Glenrothes in Fife. So if you pop on to the DV Scotland website, all the DVScotland.net, you'll get a full list of all the nodes and gateways and repeaters that's within reach. And we're also available on YouTube as well, Melvin. If you just look DV Scotland on YouTube, you'll get all the relevant repeaters and information and how-tos and what all the tones and various other things are there. Many thanks, and look forward to hearing you again. MM3XGP.
Thanks, Gordon. Catch you later.
Okay, let's see if we've got any more check-ins. This is Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa, MM3XGP with the DV Scotland Monday Night Net. Looking for any more check-ins, please say your call sign twice and phonetically. Please go ahead now.
Golf 7 Mike Bravo Hotel. Golf 7 Mike Bravo Hotel.
Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Juliet Sierra. Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Juliet Sierra.
Okay, folks, that's two there. G7 MBH and Kilo Oscar 4 Uniform Juliet Sierra. Okay, we'll pass it to G7 MBH. Very good evening, sir. Don't think you've checked in before, or maybe I'm wrong. So we'll put it round to yourself. This is MM3XGP. Personal this end is Gordon, and the current location is 13 miles south of the capital city of Edinburgh, in a small place called Preston Pans. Round to you, sir.
Golf 7 Mike Bravo Hotel returning. Good evening, Gordon, and everybody who's listening. Lovely to hear you. Name is Mike India Kilo Echo. QTH is the city of Durham, Delta Uniform Romeo Hotel Alpha Mike. Working through Golf Bravo 3 Charlie Delta repeater. And everything coming through beautifully clearly. And I hope you're well over there in Preston Pans, Gordon. And everything's well with you. G7 MBH.
Yeah, G7 MBH. I know the name. I think you have called in before. Yeah, the net loggers just informed me that you have. So nice to hear you, and nice to hear you coming through. Is that the Crook repeater? I think. Is it CD Charlie Delta? It's always I'm sure we've worked before, because I'm sure you said you also run a repeater as well, or your club runs a repeater, I think. I may be wrong. I hear that many voices, and I don't take the medication for it there, Mike. Go ahead. MM3XGP.
Golf 7 Mike Bravo Hotel returning. Yep, you're absolutely correct. The Durham Amateur Radio Society runs a D-Star repeater, a GB3 PB. It's the Prince Bishop's one, I think. I always forget the call sign. But there you go. Yes, we had our rally yesterday, which was good. Had a good attendance there, and everything went very well. So very pleased with that, which is nice. Nice to see things coming back into after the pandemic and all of the stuff that's gone on. But yep, coming through nicely. Anyway, back to you from Golf 7, Mike Bravo Hotel.
Yeah, fine business, Mike, G7MBH, and yeah, fine on the rallies and everything. It is really, really good, and field days and things starting up again, and people starting to get out and enjoy radio. That's what it's all about, and long may it continue, and we don't get blighted by this latest one that they're going on about. What was it, monkeypox or whatever. I suppose the good thing, if we all get monkeypox, we could all be able to climb the trees and put our long wires up there. Mike, go ahead.
Yeah, Roger. Yes, the monkeypox thing. Yes. Yeah, it seems as if it's not as serious as COVID was, and it's not going to kill people like COVID apparently did. So there you go. But yeah, you've just got to trundle on and do what you can, haven't you? One way or another, and at least I don't know if you saw that wonderful cartoon that was on Facebook where there was. It's a very old-fashioned picture of a dad sat in an easy chair, and the daughter's saying, "Dad, what did you do during the great pandemic of 2020?" And the father's saying, "I'm a radio ham. I just chatted to people and avoided everybody else by using black basically." And the little son is going, "Daddy's a freaking legend." I thought that was a great little cartoon. G7MBH.
Yeah, G7MBH, MM3XGP. Yeah, some of the cartoons and various things that are on a lot of different groups, websites, and Facebook pages and such like. I'm on quite a few, and you sort of scroll through and you go, I like that, or I'm going to steal that, and such like. But yeah, it's crazy. It's like when Facebook and all the social medias went down, and people were saying, well, has it affected you? No, because I've still got radio, and that's the difference. And there was one of the stations that was talking earlier on about VoIP phones and stuff like that. Well, that's the way it's going. Your internet service provider is now going to give you a VoIP phone. So amateur radio is the forefront of that yet again, because we're using it just now with programs like Hamshack, Hotline, and voice over IP, and that's how your major internet providers are going to be going with your internet to the house and your fibre to the property and everything like that. You're not going to have a copper twisted pair now. It's going to be all voice over the internet. There, Mike, go ahead.
Yes, I think that's right. It's always a mix of things, isn't it? And I think as radio amateurs, we've got to think, what do we do when the internet goes base over Apex? And we already have some kind of structure or way of doing things that just relies on having 13.8 volts at a reasonable supply. We can always do that. Yeah, we live in interesting times. Is it a blessing or a curse? I'll leave that over to somebody else to decide. G7MBH.
Yeah, G7MBH, MM3XGP. Returning. Yeah, we could talk about this all night, but I I better plod on there, Mike, and get the other station, and before I have to close the net down. Been a pleasure, and yeah, this time next year we could all be saying, well, I'm coming via microwave link. Who knows? It's all wonderful aspect of radio. Cheers for now, and many thanks, and pass on my regards to everyone down there in Durham, and everybody on GB3PB from MM3XGP.
Yeah, thanks very much. Lovely to check in and talk to you, and regards back to you, everyone who's listening. G7MBH just standing by.
Yeah, 73, Mike, and hopefully hear you one of the other nights. We're here on a Monday evening from 8 till 9:30, and there's also another net on a Saturday evening, the Coast to Coast net, from 9 till 10. That's with Kevin MM0TMG. Okay, let's pass it down to Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Juliet Sierra. So, sorry about the wait there. And round to you, sir, from MM3XGP Net Control. Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Juliet Sierra. I think I've got the call sign right. Kilo Oscar 4, Uniform Juliet Sierra, from Mike 3, X-Ray Golf Papa, Net Control for the DVScotland Monday Night Net. Round to you, sir. Oh dear, I've been a bad boy. I do apologise. I'll probably rabbited on too much. Okay, this is Mike 3, X-Ray Golf Papa with the DVScotland Monday Night Net. I'm looking for any more check-ins before I close the net down for this evening. Please say your call sign twice and phonetically. Please go ahead now.
MM7 HRC, MM7 Hotel Romeo Charlie.
G6 UWX Golf 6 Uniform Whiskey X-Ray.
Okay, we've got Mike 7 Hotel Romeo Charlie, and also G6 Uniform Whiskey X-Ray. We'll pass up to Sunny Dundee, the MM7 HRC. Very good evening, nice to hear you. This is becoming a regular thing. 20 metres must be quiet now. Around to you, sir, from MM3XGP.
Hi, good evening, Gordon. Yeah, I'm just looking at the time there. I'm sneaking in just at the last minute. Just got my head in the door before you closed the door on us there. Yeah. Hi, good evening, Gordon. Good evening, everybody else. Yeah, like I said, just quick check-in before the net winds down there. Yeah, 20 has been dead, actually. Just checked a wee while ago. It's actually picking up a wee bit, so maybe have a wee nosy there. Just wondering how the coast-to-coast net went on Saturday night. I actually missed it. I know Kev is hosting that, so just wondered if you got any input on how that went there, Gordon. Back to you.
You never missed anything. We were just killing time until we got here. No, it was good for the first time. I think they got about 10 or 12 check-ins, but it's a new net. Obviously, it will take time to get established, and it was good to hear Kev back on the air. That's the most important thing. And get his dulcet tones gone out across the system. I'll be back on Saturday, and will be a wee bit better set up this Saturday. I didn't have the net login running because I was over in Fife. I was doing some routine work over in Fife, so I wasn't available to do the net login and such like for Kev. But I'll be in pressing pans this Saturday, so I'll be able to lend more of a hands-on and give the guy a hand with various bits and bobs there. It's all good fun. It's early days. MM3XGP.
M3XGP, MM7HRC. Yeah. I really wanted to catch it, but I had a good excuse because I normally meet my pal, my friend, in the city centre in the cafe for a cup of coffee. We used to do this regularly every Saturday. Obviously the COVID thing came along, so we hadn't done it for probably, it must be 2 years or something. So he said, "You want to come into town?" I said, "Right, okay." So went away into town, met him in the cafe, came out the back of 6, got to my car and had a flat tyre. So I was actually stuck on top of the Wellgate car park in Dundee at 8 o'clock. So I do have a good excuse there, Gordon. Back to you.
Yeah, MM7HRC. I'm sure Kevin will put that in his wee book and put it down for. But you can't use that excuse again now. It's good. At least you're here tonight, and I wonder, is your friend licensed? That's the next question. Because if they're no licensed, then you need to get them licensed, and then you can talk on the air instead of in the cafe. You see.
MM7HRC returning. Well, you see, that would defeat the purpose. It was 2 years since we sort of hooked up. So it was the sort of the human touch of getting back to just sitting and watching the world go by and stuff. I got the space saver out, changed that. That ended up being flat as well. I've got one of those plug-in pumps, for pumping the tyre up, but that had a slash in it, so it wouldn't have, I couldn't get any air into the tyre, so luckily, a local operator that I do know, I gave him a phone, 2M0KOJ, that's Coach, I'm sure Ali and Kev and a couple of other guys know him. He came to the rescue and he actually had one of them that worked, so he came past where I was and dropped that off, so I got the tyre pumped up and got home, so eventually that was all good there, so a wee bit of drama there, Gordon, back to you.
Yeah, MM7 HRC, MM3XGP. The good lady, she's got all that in a pack she got from Mr. Arnold. I think she got one of the tins that seals punctures and various other things. There's nothing worse. Me and Andy have a laugh about someone. One night we were away down to Dunbar, somebody in a car, and we had to get someone on CD to come and rescue us with a spare wheel. So that's what it's all about. It's obviously people that's on the radio coming to your rescue. Anyway, Colin, I'll no hold it. I'll see if I can get a couple of final check-ins before I close this down. But nice to hear you, and feel free to use the system as often as you want. Not just a Monday night. Anytime you want to put a call out, it's always appreciated. And watch this space. I think there's more happening up your neck of the woods in the coming months. But you'll get all the details on the website. I'm sure you're on it. And on the Facebook page, you've got all the details. Okay, I'll put it back to you, Colin, for a final, and then I'll move slowly down the list. MM3XGP.
MM3XGP, MM7HRC returning. Yeah, good stuff here. Yeah, I just finally wanted to say I did have a can of that stuff, but I attached it to the tyre and it just came squirting out the hole because the hole was rather large, so it didn't plug it, so that didn't work. So I had to go to plan B. But like I say, luckily 2M0KOG was in the area, so he saved my bacon there, aye. So yeah, this will be the final. I'll just I'll let you go and get a couple other check-ins there, and yeah, I'm on the Facebook and the web page. I do keep on it, so sounds like there's some interesting things happening. So I'll keep my eye on that there, Gordon, and I'll just go. This is MM7HRC. I'll just go clear on the side there.
Yep, 7-3 Colin, and many thanks for checking in this evening. Okay, let's move it down to Stevenage, G6 Uniform Whiskey X-Ray. Very good evening, Ian. Trust you're well, and nice to hear you on the net for the first time. G6 Uniform Whiskey X-Ray, MM3XGP.
G6UWX. Yeah, very good evening, Gordon. I've actually used Echolink and all this digital stuff. Normally run a small handheld, but when I saw the digital side of things, I thought that this could be quite interesting. At least I can get it on the air a little bit better. Originally took my licence in, did the RAE back in the 1980s, then let me licence lapse. And through watching YouTube, I found interesting ham videos and whatever, and then a little bit of research, found out all I had to do was provide details of my licence. So, and then I became a full operator as opposed to a Class P HI. Anyway, from G6UWX.
Yeah, G6UWX, MM3XGP. Yeah, fine Ian, and fine on all the different ways of getting in. Yeah, Hamradio's changed. There's that many different ways. Before it used to be like Echolink and EQSO and various other things, but it's now escalated to do multi-mode, and so it's like DVScotland. We are a multi-mode group who operate several repeaters and such like. So you've got DMR, D-Star, Yaesu System Fusion, and analog FM as well on a lot of your repeaters. So it all seems to work, and fine on YouTube. Yeah, it's what did we ever do before Google and YouTube? I suppose we asked and such like, but yeah, I spend far too much time on YouTube to the extent that I'm constantly deleting my history because it just gets filled with if any researcher or psychologist was ever to look at my history of YouTube, they would go, why does he watch some of that? It's mind-blowing. Round to you, Ian, from MM3XGP.
From G6UWX, yeah, Gordon. Yeah, I must admit, YouTube is very useful at times. I must admit, I tend to watch it more than what I do the TV. Normally, if I'm watching TV, I stream it now onto my laptop. Now, I'm using Echolink at the moment. I have signed up with the International Radio Network, and I've been listening over the last week or so, just to get my head around the etiquette, so to speak, rather than just jumping in. Anyway, I will say 7-3s, Gordon. Nice to meet up with you, and no doubt catch you again, and let you get any other contacts if there's anybody lurking, and wish everybody a very good evening. and G6UWX.
Yeah, fine business there, Ian, and always a pleasure to hear new people coming in. And yeah, that's it. Have a look around. There's loads of different ways of getting in the IRN network, and Freestar ourselves at DVScotland. You get details of our stuff on all the W's, DVScotland.net, and you'll learn a wee bit about what we do and what we don't do, and the sort of systems that we run, because each group runs different things and various different modes and such like. So it's always good to have an outlook at it and say, right, they do that, they do that. I quite fancy that, because everyone's radio interest is different. Some people like fusion, some people like DMR, some people like voice over internet, some people like network radios, and so on. And I think there's a niche in the market for everyone to coexist across the networks, and that's the main thing. Anyway, Ian, many thanks for checking in. We're here every Monday night from 8 o'clock till 9:30 normally. Slightly running over this evening because Andy wouldn't let me speak. He just hogged the microphone. That's that MM0DXE. He's just once you get him on the microphone, that's it. Anyway, Ian, cheers for now, and we'll catch you later, mate. Cheers from MM3XGP.
Echo 1 Alpha Foxtrot Charlie.
Okay, we've got 2 Echo 1 Alpha Fox.
Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa. It's 2 Echo 1 Alpha Foxtrot Charlie. Good evening to you, Gordon. I'm a bit late this evening. I've had a busy day there, but nice to catch up with you. I hope everything's fine with you there.
Yeah, 2 Echo 1 Alpha Foxtrot Charlie. Very good evening, Jeff, down there in Bodmin. Nice to hear you. I did hear you, was it last night? Was it last night? I think it was last night. Briefly, I had the radio on, but I couldn't join you. I think you were on with your friend on the system, having a good QSO, and I didn't want to come in and break into your QSO. But nice to hear you, Jeff. I trust you're well. And I wonder what's new with you down in Bodmin. From MM3XGP.
That was Peter up in County Durham there. Mike 0 Whiskey Romeo India. You're always in conversation with there, Gordon. Now, I've had a bit of a nightmare here, Gordon. The past 3 days, there's been water on the table. And I've been checking the roof and everything, can't find any leaks. I unscrewed the 259 from the back of the ATU, and there was a bit of corrosion there. Water coming out the coax. So I cut about a 6-inch length off, stripped the outer coating with a Stanley knife. It was absolutely black. Oh dear me, so I cut another 3 foot off and it was the same, and then I went in and cut the coax about 5 feet down from the antenna. Black. Water's been travelling 80, 90 feet into this room here. It's a vertical I got up for 10, 11 and 12. An OPEC. Well, I took the antenna down and as soon as I laid it on its side, it's got these tuning rings like the old Antron 99 used to have.
and water was coming out of there. When I looked at it with the Antron, it's sealed with resin above. So there's the problem. It's only been up about 3 months there, Gordon. So anyway, it was very expensive coax. It's this Italian, Palomar is it called? Eco 7. Hell of a price it is. Cost you £200 for a 100-metre row. So anyway, I've got a lot to do. Hopefully the weather's going to be kind tomorrow. I've got a brand new Game Master, which I think is a brilliant antenna. And the weather's kind enough, and I've got enough coax spare here to put another antenna up there. So back it comes to you, Gordon, from 2E1AFC.
Yeah, 2E1 AFC. No so good. There, Jeff, on the coax. Yeah, you tend to find that, and especially I've got some Messi and Poloni coax here that I've actually got on my AIS system for the shipping. It came with the kit. And it's good made coax, but the problem is the weave on it is very tight. So any water ingress on it, it just becomes a capillary action, like any coax. RG213 used to be the world's worst. Brilliant coax, but as soon as you get any water ingress into any antenna, it just becomes a nightmare. But at least you've noticed it just now, instead of continue to operating. Obviously you didn't want to damage your antenna, your radio. Yeah, I'm not a lover of a lot of the white fiberglass antennas like the Anton 99s and so on, because they were never ever constructed for the typical British weather. The epoxy resin and that didn't have a UV factor, so when it's out in direct sunlight, it heats up, it cools down, it cracks, and that's when the problems start. The best thing to do is PTFE tape. Seal all your joins with that, and good old self-amalgamating tape, or coaxial steel. I think you get liquid coaxial steel now as well from the man that makes the DX Commander, but there is other antennas available. Anyway, Jeff, I'll put it back down to you for a final. Just been made aware that all our connections stop at 10 o'clock, so rather than not hearing what you've got to say, I'll put it back to yourself there, sir. But nice to hear you, and please feel free to use the system anytime. And pass on my regards to the station up there in County Durham. From MM3XGP.
If you hear me on with Peter, you're quite welcome to join us, Gordon. No, in 30 years I've never experienced this problem. But it's actually, I always use amalgam tape. Start at the bottom and work my way up, overlapping like a roof tile, so water will run down, and then silicone at the top. But it was actually, the water is actually getting in to the bottom section of the antenna. The black, actually saturated, is between the braid with that Paleone stuff, and you've got that copper shield, very thin copper shield. That's where it's black. Nothing was coming down on the inner side of things there, but work I don't want, Gordon. Plus I've got the proper Paleone 259s. I'm sure you've seen them. In the center section, you've got a little tiny hole that you've got to drop a bit of solder in. I've drilled that out bigger. I had a couple spare ones here, and I've drilled that hole bigger. but it's work I really haven't got time to do, but it's surprising you've not got an antenna up. With the Game Master, it's only 7 feet above the ground to the base, but basically on 12 meters it's about 1.5, and then from 12 meters right up through to 29,600 it's flat. I hope it's new when I got. It's been out in the garage for 6 months. It's the same, Gordon. There we are. Anyway, lovely to catch up with you tonight, but no, please join in if you ever hear me in conversation with anyone. Look forward to the next time. Mike 3 X-Ray Golf Papa from 2 Echo 1 Alpha Foxtrot Charlie. All the best, sir, Gordon.
Yeah, 73 there, Jeff, and nice to hear you. And drop Messi and Poloni a wee email. Take a picture. Drop them an email. Tell them what's happened, and you never know. They may or may not replace the coax for you. It's always worth a gamble. Many thanks, Jeff. We'll hear you later. We do run another net on a Saturday evening, 9 o'clock till 10. The Coast to Coast net, and that's hosted by Kevin, MM0TNG, up in Dundee, the DVScotland Coast to Coast net. Okay, nice to hear you. Okay, folks, that's me reached the end of the net. Many thanks to everybody that checked in. Very much appreciated. We'll hear you all again next week, next Monday from 8 o'clock till 9:30. I've been MM3XGP. Doing the second half. Your net controller for the first half was MM0DXE, that was Andy over in St Monans, and he was using the call sign GM5DVS for the group call sign. Okay, 73 all, many thanks, and we'll catch you all again next week. Please check out the website, all the W's, DVScotland.net, where you'll get links to our Facebook page and also our YouTube channel. If you want to hear how good your audio was, you can also check out the YouTube channel where the weekly nets are always uploaded, usually the next day, so you can hear how good your audio was sounding. 73 all, and we'll catch you all again next week. Many thanks. MM3XGP now closing the net and passing it all back to the relative networks and stations. Cheers now. Bye.